Hello and welcome. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. Few hours to the end of the second lap of the lockdowns in Lagos, Ogun, and the Federal Capital Territory. The Minister of Health, Professor Sage Hanire, has said the decision to extend coronavirus lockdown is tailored to the needs of the country. The minister, who spoke during a televised program, also stated that the ministry has made recommendations to President Buhari about the lockdown. He further noted that the president will decide if the lockdown will be lifted or not, though according to the patterns of infections observed so far, Nigeria is yet to get to the peak. The minister, however, reaffirmed his belief that the restriction of movement significantly limits the spread of the virus. In the southwest of Lagos, Nigeria, the Lagos State Police Command has arrested 620 persons at a nightclub for violating the lockdown directive to curb the spread of COVID-19. According to the State Police Public Relations Officer, Bala Elkanah, the violators were arrested and jailed for organizing a party, and others were also apprehended while attempting to leave the state. He stated that 7 interstate commercial buses were impounded and 95 travelers, along with their drivers, were arrested and charged for defying the government's lockdown directives. Elkanah noted that another 121 violators of the lockdown order were arrested, charged, and awarded fines ranging from 5,000 naira to 10,000 naira and 2 hours community service. In addition to this, operatives from the Idimo police station arrested 39 suspects at a hotel in Idimo for nightclubbing and striptease. Popular region Lemu Katoko Market on Zaria Road in Kano State, Nigeria, was razed by fire this Sunday. A spokesman for the market, Shamsuddin Dawore, who confirmed the incident, says the fire started at about 2:30 a.m. and affected about 50 shops. The cause of the fire is still unclear, but security operatives have invited to keep watch over the market to prevent pilfering of goods. The management of the market urged the state government to bail out those who lost their wares to the fire, as majority of them are small-scale business operators. Moving on now to world news. Sudan has announced 24 new infections of COVID-19 on Sunday, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 237. Sudan's health ministry, in a statement, says the death toll reached 21, while the number of recoveries is 20. The ministry urged the citizens to abide by health guidelines and immediately report any suspected cases. On the 18th of April, the capital of Sudan, Khartoum, entered into a full curfew as part of measures to stem the spread of the virus. In a similar development, Russia on Monday reported 6,198 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, which takes the nation's total number of infections to 87,147. The Russian Coronavirus Crisis Response Center said 50 more deaths related to the disease were confirmed in the last 24 hours. With the latest figures, Russia has now surpassed mainland China, which reported a total of 82,830 cases on Monday. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update. Coming up, Singapore reports nearly 800 new coronavirus infections. Stay with us, details coming shortly.
Mental health and the COVID-19. It is no longer news that the coronavirus disease is now a pandemic. New cases are on the rise and the death rates have increased. People may develop issues of poor sleep, poor eating habits, undue irritability, and uncertainty. Some may also start to cope with the use of alcohol, substances of abuse, and self-harm. While all of these reactions can occur in response to a stressful event, it is important to share tips to help people remain in optimal mental health. 1. Let's normalize the conversation. If you feel anxious or afraid about the virus, remember, you are not alone. 2. Don't self-diagnose. Just because you have symptoms that are alike to COVID-19 doesn't mean you have it. 3. Plug out and limit sources of information to credible ones. 4. Develop a healthy daily routine, especially as quarantine is ongoing. 5. Focus on the things you have control over. 6. Practice social distancing, not social isolation. Utilize online channels to keep in touch with friends, family, and loved ones. 7. Avoid maladaptive coping techniques such as drinking and smoking excessively or self-harm. 8. Educate children, the elderly, and loved ones on social distancing, quarantine, and how to keep safe. 9. Take care of yourself by eating healthy and sleeping well. 10. Create time for self-development via reading and online webinars. 11. If you or anyone you know has a physical or mental health problem, please use your medications and encourage them to do same. 12. Reach out, seek help, and get help should the need arise for your health. Remember that there is no health without mental health.
Welcome back. Singapore's Ministry of Health on Monday said the country has recorded 799 new cases of coronavirus. Among the new cases, 14 are Singaporeans, while the vast majority are work permit holders in foreign worker dormitories. In recent weeks, the Asian city-state has recorded a dramatic spike in coronavirus infections, with thousands of new cases linked to clusters in foreign worker dormitories. To control the spread, the government has attempted to isolate the dormitories and move symptomatic patients to quarantine facilities. According to Johns Hopkins University, Singapore has recorded more than 13,000 coronavirus cases, the highest in Southeast Asia, and at least 12 deaths. Thailand is set to extend a state of emergency triggered by the coronavirus pandemic until the end of May, but will consider easing some restrictions on businesses and public activities as the number of new cases reduce. Thailand on Monday reported 9 new coronavirus cases and no new local virus transmission in Bangkok for the first time since the outbreak began in January. However, the government Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration said there are concerns over a possible second wave of outbreaks, which is the reason for the recommendation to extend the period of the state of emergency and nationwide nighttime curfew for another month. The restrictions on travel between provinces and large-scale public activities have also been extended. The Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand has also extended a ban on all incoming international passenger flights introduced on the 4th of April until May 31st. Meanwhile, the health authorities in Liberia announced that the country's Justice Minister, Frank Musa-Din, has tested positive for COVID-19 and is receiving treatment at a hospital outside the country's capital. Mr. Din tested positive 2 days after the virus had reportedly killed a government official who had attended meetings with him. South Africa marks her Freedom Day to celebrate the dawn of democracy 26 years ago today. However, there won't be public celebrations this year as the coronavirus pandemic has forced people indoors. The 2020 Freedom Day is commemorated under the theme Valuing Our Freedom in Difficult Times. The day commemorates the first democratic post-apartheid non-racial elections that were held on the 27th of April 1994, which saw Nelson Mandela elected as president. The number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in South Africa has risen to 4,564, and one more person has died from the virus, bringing the death toll to 87. And that's it on AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at AD4TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami.